Lies of P is a Souls-like best compared to Bloodborne meets Sekiro. Now that's definitely opinionated, but with its deflection gameplay combined with its aesthetic and levelling of Bloodborne, I'd say it's a tad bit challenging to disagree. Regardless though, released in September 2003 and published by Newell's Games, it's claimed to be extremely challenging. I plan to get all the trophies, thus the Platinum Trophy in Lies of P, and according to Pearson Profiles it's a 7 out of 10 for difficulty, requires 2 playthroughs and can be done in 50 hours. For the full in-depth tutorial of this guide, follow the link in the description below and show them some love for making this video possible. This video will contain major plot spoilers, so to those who desire to play the game, you've been warned. We start the game being awoken on the train by Sophia. This looks super crisp. Acquiring our first weapon for the game, and then exploring the Kratz Central Station in good fashion. After getting familiar with the game mechanics, and you know what I don't actually really know what that does, we find ourselves getting our first bronze trophy, Fatal Blow, by successfully delivering a fatal attack. The backstab, Fatal Blow, easy first trophy. For anyone interested in a playthrough of Lies of P, I'll condense it all into one video for convenience sake. Check below and all the cards up above. We then make our way to our first Stargazer, or bonfires, for another bronze trophy called Stargazer's Guide to repair a Stargazer. Ooh, Stargazer's Guide. A few feet from here we meet our first boss, Parade Master. E. And defeating him gives us our next trophy, Parade Master. Easy. Parade Master. You know what, I'm actually liking the swords, you know. As we approach the entrance of Kratz Hotel, we're prompted to tell a lie in order to enter the hotel, which gives us the next trophy on our quest for the Platinum. First lie. After we've cleared out the streets of Elysian Boulevard, we meet our first stalker and are victorious in defeating the Mad Donkey for the Bastards and the Sweepers trophy. The Bastards and the Sweepers. Exploring Possibilities is our next trophy for assembling a weapon. Exploring Possibilities. And the Ultimate Defense Technique, another bronze trophy, was achieved from destroying an enemy's weapon with a perfect guard on the way towards the boss. Get over here, mate. Oh, look at that Ultimate Defense Technique. Something happened. The Scratch Watchman was the first bump in difficulty in Lies of P. He had me dodging, calculating with stamina use, as well as taking opportunities of attack windows when possible. Killing him gave me the Scrapped Watchman trophy. There we go! Scrapped Watchman. We are told to go to Venini's works, which has me running around like a lunatic dodging Indiana Jones styled flaming balls and poisonous catchment areas with crazed machines of the future prowling about. However, trophy King's Flame is awarded by killing the boss of that area, known as King's Flame Fukuoka, if that is even how you pronounce it. Yes! Flames King. Sorry, King's Flame. Continuing on, we go to the church in the mountains to St. Frangelico Cathedral Chapel. Oh, look at this. Ah, you're too slow, mate. After a lengthy process of trying to kill the stalker that guides the tram lift thingy bob, and then we make our way all the way to the boss through many trials and tribulations until we find ourselves at the feet of Archbishop Andreas with the Fallen Archbishop Bronze Trophy, which I must add came as a surprise for it being the first boss with a double phase, a common theme for later. After we go to the Malem district through the Path of the Pilgrim, we find ourselves exploring the town, skipping a few jump scares and arriving at the boss of the area, the Black Rabbit Brotherhood, which was a ball ache to do. Or should I say, multi-boss fights tend to be. When defeated, we were given the delayed match. Oh hoo hoo! The delayed match. Beating the Black Rabbit Brotherhood, we return to Hotel Kratz with some Hogwarts-esque trickery and find the golden coin fruit for our next trophy, Bear Gold Coin Fruit, by harvesting coin fruit. He said money doesn't grow in trees. Wow. The King of Puppets is the next trophy, which is to kill Romeo, the King of the Puppets, if you already didn't know. This first requires us to traverse the entire level. Challenges such as this irritating clown boyo, who I won't lie, like I couldn't even kill it until much later on. Yeah, I know, right? Slimy people. Regardless though, this took us to Romeo after entering Estella's opera house and duking it out with the man in question for the King of Puppets trophy. Ah, you're done, mate. I'm not letting you do that again. Finally! King of Puppets. Wow, man, that was insane. Venture forth on into Lorenzi Arcade. We kind of go through a labyrinth of gates, getting our next bronze trophy to kill all types of dimensional butterflies from across the rift. From across the rift. Not to mention coming into contact with one of my most hated enemies in this game, the Break Puppet. What the hell? Get out of there, just get out of there. Get out of there. This leads us beautifully to the next area, the Grand Exhibition Gallery, after taking the air tram. Enemies here become more human as we progress towards the boss, and defeating Victor gives us the Champion of Evolution trophy. Get fucked, Victor. Oh yeah, the Champion of Evolution. Later, we will upgrade our Legion arm to some max for strongest Legion arm, and in fact our first silver trophy so far. So that's fully leveled. Strongest Legion arm. This ultimately comes in handy for defeating the absolute worst boss I've ever faced in any Souls-like game. Puppet Devouring Green Monster. What a fucking name that is. Actual mess of a fight, but I only really am complaining about the second phase of that fight. The dash. I swear man, it's just that dash. It literally turns him into a fighter jet. It's like maddening, bro. Finally, Puppet Devouring Green Monster. Though trotting along, things do get easier in my opinion. Pratt is going through a strange makeover. More importantly, we arrive back at our starting point for some nostalgia, leading us to some more nostalgia in the form of an old friend. We defeat the corrupted Parade Master to give us a bronze trophy. Ooh. Corrupted Parade Master. This next one was a pretty self-explanatory silver trophy. All we had to do was strengthen a normal weapon to its max for the strongest normal weapon. Strongest normal weapon, awesome. A multi-plague boss returns in the form of the Revenge of Black, whereby we have to finish the job of defeating the Black Rabbit Brotherhood for a second time. It's not any nicer a second time around, I must confess. Took forever, but we did it. Revenge of Black. Legion Arm Collector is a silver trophy for collecting all Legion Arms. Simple beans really. And the next one is straightforward but not easy. We're tasked with killing Galaxasia, the complete, perhaps one of my favourite bosses in all of Lies of P, with a bronze trophy, the complete one. Yes, the complete one. Due to once again recording complications, my recording was lost. But thankfully, only the story of the refined old lady, a bronze trophy to find out about Antonia's last story, and the strongest special weapon, a silver for maxing out a boss type weapon. But as you can see, I did make changes by swapping out my plus 10 normal weapon to the Dragon Twin Blade for the next boss. But before that, I would be remiss to not complain about how ridiculous the last region is after you take the submarine. That insane boss slash enemy gauntlet to the top was kind of silly. This one tested my patience, like truly tested it. This isn't enough to break me. This is no Ninja Gaiden signal game, let me assure you that. However, my little rant over, you can resume the platinum journey to the Awakened God. Bronze trophy defeat Simon Manus. Naturally, from the choices we've made during my playthrough, we obtained the story of the one who dreamed, achieved from completing his story quest. This led us naturally down into the deepest parts of this alchemist oil, to be greeted by the one and only Geppetto, who declined his offer and are given the true ending boss of Lies of P. Hands down, I absolutely loved this fight. Incorporates the use of timely deflections, reasonable attack windows, and honestly just an engaging boss fight that had me literally sweating the balls off the first puppet. As a natural reward, we are bestowed free from the Puppet Strings gold trophy for completing the neutral ending of the game. very end, we are given a sneak peek into what might be DLC or the next installment of Lies of P. Well, this is where my playthrough ended. Fast forward like 5 months or so to the end of February 2024, I jump back into the world of Lies of P, or the Pianist of Krat, a silver trophy for playing a perfect tune on the piano. So, normal weapon collector with the next silver trophy to collect basically all weapons. And End of Riddles is the next for discovering all Trinity Sanctums. Extreme potential was achieved from using quartz to level up the P organ, dodgy name I know, to phase 5. And learning about emotions is from getting all gestures through the multiple quest lines. So not gonna lie, this one was a bit annoying because coming to the realisation I had fudged my first playthrough, I hadn't killed Alidoro for Eugenie's quest, so it was one of the reasons for me forcing into a New Game Plus beyond my means. Much for the same reasons, I obtained the story of the Prince during my New Game Plus playthrough. And much later on, I got the bad ending of Lies of P, which does kind of take a turn for the worst. Real Boy is a gold trophy.
This finally feels like family. Thank you for returning, Carlo.
With this one, I find Geppetto's letter in his office for the story of one father. As you probably guessed it, New Game Plus 2, or New Game Plus 3, I guess, was inevitable. Now I had to get Story of a Stranger Girl for Eugenie's questline, requiring me to kill Alidoro again. And eventually Golden Melody for collecting and playing all records. Now this one was a piss take, let's just be honest, for anyone who's got this before. This one was even more of a piss take, but as I combined it with getting the Rise of P trophy, more on that next, I was finally able to get Special Weapon Collector from getting the last weapon that addled me up until this point, the Golden Lie. The Rise of P gold trophy was had from reaching a good ending of the game.
It's so good to see you.
Which ultimately led on to the story of the Blue Butterfly, a bronze trophy to finish Sophia's questline. And this did reward me with the platinum trophy, Lies of P. So to conclude, I must say it's by far the best Souls-like game I've played to date. Yes, I know Lords of the Fallen 2 was released in between then and now, but it's not quite the same. The vibe's kinda different, if you know what I mean. However, that's literally just my opinion on the matter. It does deserve its 7 out of 10 difficulty, no doubt, but it's not as challenging as some other, tried and true Miyazaki Souls games. Mechanically, Lies of P is harder, but overall I wouldn't say it is. Though from the ending, I hope for some extra content on this game, whether it's DLC or entirely a new game perhaps in the near future. Fingers crossed on that one, I guess. However, with all that said and done, this is the Lies of P Platinum done. Thank you all fellow watchers, but most importantly, I hope you enjoyed. The script was lengthy this time around, but I've rambled on long enough, so Zetsu out. Have a good one, peeps.